So on Sunday night, TOWIE had a 10-year celebration ahead of their return this weekend. So basically they had some of the old cast and current cast actually sit down and just talk through some of the best clips from their 10-year history of TOWIE. Now, I can't believe that they have been on our screens for 10 years. I remember watching the first one and it doesn't feel like it was 10 years ago. It's crazy. It does not feel like it's been that long. But as they went over some of the episodes and some of the really old ones were shown with kind of Amy and her vajazzle and Mark and what was his name? Mark and Arj and their kind of bromance relationship. It really brought back some old memories and I was like, bloody hell, it really has been that long. That's crazy. Especially for a show that at the time we didn't think would even last past a year, because quite frankly TOWIE isn't a good show, but I kind of feel like that's what makes it work in like a really weird way. Like it's light entertainment, like super light entertainment, and it's basically an opportunity for the viewer to get lost in other people's dramas. But as a show, it's less than perfect. It's basically super dramatized and over the top. And I know people from Essex who absolutely do not behave or talk like the cast members of TOWIE. So, like, for me personally, based on the people that I know who live in that sort of area, it's not a representation of Essex. And it doesn't give the good people of Essex a good name, particularly because the show portrays people from Essex as being stupid and airheads on the show with limited vocabulary, and they're all just creating their own vocab. Like, they're just the whole vajazzle or the ream, I don't know, maybe they were just trying to create trends, because ultimately if you can create a trend and make yourself go viral, that's what brings more attention, right? So maybe it's all been done just for that effect of, you know how some people do the whole, well, if you can't get famous, become infamous. Like, just don't be indifferent, basically. So maybe that's what the show's producers have kind of played off there. And I don't know, I guess we do live in a world now of the Kardashians and YouTube daily vloggers. So getting a glimpse into other people's lives, that's entertaining to the public, right? And it's opened the doors and changed the lives of the people who decide to share their lives at whatever expense. So the cast of TOWIE get mocked so much, but damn, like, they live good. Like, these guys live good. Have you seen some of the houses that they live in? Like, and some of them have gone on to do other things outside of the show that they would never ever in a million years have had the opportunity to do without TOWIE, which a couple of them did actually say on the 10-year anniversary show. I think it was Sam Fryers and her sister, because they have their own, like, I think it's Mummy Diaries reality TV show. So I don't know, I suppose it was good to see that they are kind of reflective like that and self-aware and know what the show has done for them. So I was watching the show, the 10-year honour, and honestly it was a little disappointing not to see people like Mark Wright join, kind of like a really old school cast member who kind of got things kicked off with his relationship with, I think it was Lauren Goodyear. It was a shame not to see her on there as well. Megan McKenna, I feel like she's been quite a big name and had quite a few epic scenes on the show, so it would have been great to have her on too. But I suppose they couldn't have everyone on, so it was still good. It was good nonetheless, and it was a good idea to honour their 10 years, especially because no one, like I said at the start of the journey, the TOWIE journey, thought that they would last past a year. So 10 years, good on them. Good little nod to the show ahead of their return this weekend. Will I tune in to watch? Yes, I bloody will. I do get suckered into trashy TV shows, and TOWIE is definitely one that I like to watch. I kind of have that internal battle of knowing that it's a really terrible show, but still I want to watch it. Like, you know, when you're watching a horror movie and something really gory and horrible is happening and you want to turn away but you just can't. It's kind of like that. Like it's a trashy show, but I love it. It's one of those weird shows.